So like I was saying, my online store it's got a lot of exciting things going on with it right now. BaldBossMedia.com. I'm moving away from just the straight up gangster books. My first gangster book is Money is God, right? And the spin that I put on that is like Money is God is my life during the 90s. Coming out of the 80s, going into the 90s when I was, coming of age. And it basically tells how I got hooked on drugs, why I was living the lifestyle that I was living, all the crime and the stuff that was going on around me, the environment, Pooh's Barbershop, the big gambling games in the back, Susquehanna Avenue, how wild it was. You can go out there, I got shot down there, and the big crap games and all the cocaine that was getting sold out there and the weed and, 17th and J drinking all the syrup and all that. So, Money is God is all of that. But then I move away from that because, Money is God is like, the whole book is like my life as a mistake. Because I was chasing money thinking that money was my savior. It was my end-all, be-all to help me with all my problems. But I found that I was flawed in that way of thinking, right? Which got me to being hooked on drugs because I was living a certain lifestyle, right? So like I was able to acquire some buildings and do all this stuff like that. But the lifestyle I was living was flawed. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I lost everything I had because I had a flawed outlook on society. I used to think the working man was a sucker. I used to think if you had a job, you was a nut. You dig what I'm saying? Because when I grew up, it was like I wanted to be a drug dealer. Because my neighbor had the BMW with the kit and the MCM rag top and the MCM top and the Gucci sneakers and the flyest light-skinned girl in the neighborhood with the biggest earrings and shit. And I was like, I want to be like him. But that was all flawed, right? So then I move away from that on my website, on my store, BaldBossMedia.com, and I'm moving more into sobriety. Because, see, all right, then, I lost my shit, right? But I didn't really lose. It was a lesson. I found a lesson in my loss, all right? So it's not really like I lost. I gained wisdom. I gained knowledge, you see what I'm saying? Through my experience. So now I'm saying that how I was living was the past, which is Money is God. How I'm living now is sobriety is gangster. Because anything that you do when you got to face adversity and you looked at adversity right in the eyes, right? And you're able to grow, that's gangster. When you're able to be accountable for your actions and grow positively, that's gangster. If you send your mom on a vacation, that's gangster. But if you 50 years old and you still on the avenue trying to sell weed and coke, that ain't gangster. That's sucker. Right? So, right, you fell off. So where I'm moving at now is like, let's change the narrative of what is cool, because what I thought was cool was not really cool. That was really dumb. And what I'm doing right now is what's really cool. You see what I'm saying? And I want to help people who fell into the same traps that I fell into get their shit together. You dig what I'm saying? So I got a line of clothing coming out right now called Sobriety is Gangster. Sobriety is gangster and living clean is gangster. You dig what I'm saying? I just was able to buy a brand new house in South Florida. Right, and it's a very nice house. So I'm back in the real estate game again, clean and sober. Everybody already saw my car. I got a nice car, clean and sober. And I got the admiration of my wife and children. The people who saw me at my lowest moments, now they see daddy clean. They see husband clean. Mom sees son clean. They don't have to live with the drama of the phone calls, anything like, did I make it home safe, or where I'm at. My mom used to get phone calls like, somebody is laying down, and I put the phone up out his pocket, and I said, I saw mom on the phone, so I called you. And I'd be somewhere served out, just nodded all out on Girard Avenue somewhere. So now I ain't got to steal their joy. So that's the movement that I got going on right now. And that's the direction I'm going in, with sobriety is gangster. You dig what I'm saying? And so that's what I got going on right now. Thanks a lot.